Hi everyone, my name is Daisy. I'm going to wait for a couple more people, to log on, but thank you so much for joining. I really appreciate it. Now, if you have trouble hearing me or if you have trouble seeing me, please let me know. Put it in the comments. I'm here to answer your comments and can't wait. So just shout it out if you can't hear me or see me, just so I know there's a tech issue. Now, thank you so much, Susanna, for saying that. Now, to preface, Pandia Health, we deliver birth control for free to essentially anyone with a mailbox and the internet. So if you have a mailbox, you have the internet, you don't want to go to the pharmacy, you do not need to. You can skip the trip to the pharmacy. And we have so many ways to also let you know how you can also skip your period. Period's optional. We're going to go over some of the resources we have on our website as well today. And if you have any questions, let me know. I'm here to answer them. And again, my name's Daisy. I'm a media specialist intern for Pandia Health. I love the community, love Pandia Health. So if you have any questions, let me know. And I'm also going to be talking about resources to support the Black community. We're going to be talking about restaurants, local restaurants. We're going to be talking about movies, books, and other organizations you can donate to. And they're a little more niche. So I'm somebody who likes to donate to specific causes that are more attuned to what I can relate to in terms of passion. So we're going to be talking about that a little bit. And if you have any questions, like I said, about Pandia, about what I'm talking about, drop them in the comments. So I'm going to be sharing my screen during this live, but I'm going to be coming back to check comments. And I'm also going to, I think I'm going to pull this live up on my phone so I can see comments and I'll answer them that way. So I'm going to get that all set up. But thank you again for joining. And for those watching back, check below for a link to our website and all of that jazz. We also have some great blogs on our website as well. And we have our YouTube channel and we have our Instagram, so many resources that are amazing. So I am in the comments on my phone, so I'm going to just go for it. So I'm going to now share my screen and walk you through what I would like to talk about today. So let's get started. Let's just dive into it. So I'm going to scroll down. For those who have never visited our website, this is Pandia's homepage. It is amazing and it's really great. We're just going to scroll down to the bottom where you can find our blog. Look, this is how it works if you ever want to know. And I am going to scroll down to our blog. We have read a blog here. Amazing. And look, this was just posted. Birth control preference mismatch. Check that out. But let's go to the resources we're talking about today. As you can see, we have so many, so which is great because it's so varied. And this is what I would like to talk about today: how you can support Black Lives Matter. And this is as it says on the blog, we stand with the Black community. We are here for you. We are here for all women, regardless of their sexual orientation. We are here for everyone, regardless of race and gender. So please just know Pandia is here for you. And we really want to be a resource, which is why we are doing things like this live and things like these blog posts. So we really just want to be there for everyone. And actually, we have a fun playlist coming out soon featuring Black female artists that I think is a great car jam session, or if you want to sing in the shower, whatever. But again, we're here for you. We're providing all these resources. We really hope that you share them. It just helps you educate yourself. So we're doing watch parties. So we actually have a watch party tomorrow. Our watch party tomorrow is going to be talking about privilege, and I think that's extremely important to address. So let's get into it. So as I was mentioning, there are so many ways you can donate. Now, when I was saying earlier, I'm going to highlight the Ochre Project because that's just something I am really feel strongly about. I feel, of course, I think all of these are important, but find what you are find the organization you are so passionate about. And to me, that's the Ochre Project. Throughout my life, I've been really, and throughout high school especially, I was a huge advocate and huge part of the Gender Sexuality Alliance at our school. And so the Ochre Project, they want to assist Black trans people by providing home-cooked, healthy, culturally specific meals and resources to individuals wherever possible. Now, I also love cooking, so this really kind of ties together the two things that I'm passionate about and also helps the Black community. So let's just visit their website. We have, and this is their website. It's super easy to navigate. Look, there's already donation buttons, and we're going to click off. You can see a little video about what it's about, all that jazz. And it kind of actually shows you the cost breakdown. You could donate $90, cover a meal. You could donate $5, and that still contributes, because if 18 people donated $5, again, like it says, it would cover the chef and the groceries. So that's just one, but these are all hyperlinked in our blog post that I'm going to be linking at the end of the video. And if you have any questions or comments, I have my phone right here where I can see the comments live. So don't be afraid to drop any questions about Pandia or about what I'm talking about. Now, as I mentioned, we're going to talk about some Black-owned businesses to support. So let's get a little hyper local to where you are. This is it's more city oriented than it is like small rural suburban town. But let's go. I'm in Boston, so let's check out Boston. Okay, so this is a website called Shop Black, and they're actually a great resource for all things, like it says, Black owned globally. And so there's so many. So this is Black owned businesses in the Boston area. Here we have a bookstore. Here we have a farms and food garden store. I didn't even know about that, so I'm going to definitely check that out later. Then we also have a small burger bar. Now that sounds delicious. There is a Urban Grape. There's a wine and craft beer and spirits store. This is actually down the street from me, Black owned. There are so many face masks. There's the Beehive. Oh, I should really look into that, because there's patio dining, and I would love to do that actually. And there's a great restaurant nearby me called Mita. They're Black owned, the great Italian food. So there's so many. Let's go to another. If you have a specific city you want me to showcase, drop it in the comments. I know a lot of people are watching from the West Coast, so let's go San Francisco. Okay, so this is from a source, and this is a great source that kind of just provides this actually has a Google Sheet. Hopefully it pops up. And yes, so this is a huge, massive Google Sheet. So a lot of individuals have come together to collaboratively provide resources. So here are a huge amount of Black-owned businesses within the Bay Area. So you need to all check this out. If you're in the Bay Area, I'm kind of jealous, because this is a huge, huge list. Now, of course, I'm going to look around Boston, because why wouldn't I? I live here. I think it's also about not only supporting Black-owned businesses, but it's the fact that it is that fact so much so, but it's like we need to be all supporting local businesses, especially during this time, but especially in general, we should always be supporting businesses that are local and Black-owned and owned by minorities. Beyond the Black community. So let's, as I was saying, Hippies Brew. That's something I would do. And let's go back. Let's talk a little more about, so Harper's Bazaar, Marie Claire, New York Mag, and Oprah Magazine have all come out with a great list as well. I didn't list them all out in this blog post because, look, 77 Black-owned businesses to support right now. Let's go check that out, actually. They've added to it 138. That is good to know. They have updated it, as it says, updated. So this was actually updated post the time of this blog publication, but that's great. Now, there's beauty. It's organized by sections, though. Highbrow hippie, that looks interesting as well. And there's, oh my gosh, the honey pot. Okay. Oh, they're making feminine care products in her kitchen. I love this. They're sold at Target, Urban Outfitters, and Walgreens, and 100% natural beauty, but still clinically tested and gynecologist approved. Wow. This is a great brand I'm going to check out myself, actually. Amazing. Then let's go to, bookstores. Great. So these aren't just in the New York one location, which I really like. Like this one says, we saw this on the Boston list. I'm definitely going to go check out the Frugal Bookstore. There's places in LA that are listed. So there's a bunch. Now, let's keep scrolling. There's actually also, I lived in Atlanta, and this one's an Atlanta-based one, so that's amazing too. Now let's just keep going. There's clothing. There's Let's scroll down more. See, there's so many that it takes a while to scroll, which is amazing. It should be that way. And so there's also, oh, Justice of the Pies. I love that. Oh, that's sweet. So they also have transitioned during this time to deliver meals to hospitals, and they're also now launching an at-home cooking subscription. So that's great. If you're in Chicago, check this out. And let's just keep scrolling. There's so many. Pipcorn. So if you tuned in the other week, Pipcorn was a food, but actually a CPG, otherwise known as consumer packaged good startup, and it is run by this woman of color. She is a Black woman who knows what is up. She is amazing. She is really just an amazing entrepreneur. She is an amazing woman all around, and she founded Pipcorn. Pipcorn was actually featured on Shark Tank as well. So check it out. Great snacks, delicious and good for you. Different flavors. They're available at Target, Amazon. Check it out. So let's go fitness. There's some fitness ones as well. Home decor. So you get the point of this list. Of course, there's so many to go into. I can't just go over them all in this short time, but there are so many. I'm going to come back to just explain. There are so many Black-owned businesses that you can be supporting right now, from hair care, food, health, fitness, coffee shops, bookstores. I'm going to that bookstore tomorrow. I'm excited. And there's just a plethora of resources available. And we that was just the New York Mag list. So there's so many. We have Marie Claire listed and a bunch more. So go check those out. Now we're going to transition into some books and movies that are really educational, and we're just going to hop into it. And if you have any questions, again, please do not hesitate to drop them in the comments. And if you have any, or just comments in general, I have them all on my phone. It's kind of weird. I can see myself talking, but it's so I can stay on my page and also answer your questions or comments. So what to read now? Okay, so oh my gosh, what a great book. Ta-Nehisi Coates. Love Ta-Nehisi Coates. Great, really great articles. There's a lot in The Atlantic. We have a couple articles we were being reposted by him. And also we have a quote from him at the top right here. And I think it's really powerful. We cannot undo 250 years of slavery, but we can change the American consciousness to understand the struggles Black people face in America and work to make sure their voices are heard. That's not a quote from him. That's just an argument I summarized. But it's a really strong message he is conveying. And like Ta-Nehisi Coates actually said, the idea of reparations is frightening, not simply because we might lack the ability to pay. The idea of reparations threatens something much deeper: America's heritage, history, and standing in the world. Wow. How strong is that? How powerful? It just really sinks in, and it's great. Please check that out. Also, something to read that I've read before as well. Master, Harold, and the Boys by Alva Fugard is a great play, and I mean, I don't want to give it away, but great play. Really, it's just crazy because it's from the 20th century. It's set in the early 20th century, and during the apartheid in the 20th century, but it's just, I feel like so relevant still, and that's kind of crazy. It's scary too, and I just, give it a read. Let me know what you think. Let us know what you think. DM us on Instagram, whatever. Get in contact with us. Let us know. Comment on this live because it's going to be up for, it stays on our Facebook page, or check it out on YouTube. Now, we're going to also, so Harper's Bazaar also has a great Black Lives Matter reading list I'm going to pop up. And more books, of course, and just ways to educate yourself, ways to try, learn, and just keep constantly pushing yourself to learn more, even if it's hard. It's a lot of material to digest. But I think that's the point. You need to be uncomfortable. That is the point. And let's go into what you need to things to watch. So The Hate U Give, I've watched this before. My mom is now reading the book as well. It's a book, so read the book too. It's just one thing after another, and it gets everything is building. Essentially, this teenage girl named Star, her friend is shot by a police officer, and she's trapped between these two worlds of her community, her community being the Black community, but also going to a predominantly white school where they don't understand her struggles. And even there's a really, I mean, I don't want to give it away, so I'll leave you there. I'll leave you on that big cliffhanger. It has to do with her boyfriend, and it's not bad. I don't want to say that, but it's just, give it a watch. I don't want to give anything away. So, also Flinttown, great thing on Netflix to watch. Dear White People, a series on Netflix that takes place in presumed, it's not a specific Ivy League name, but a presumed Ivy League institution. And it's about, and this woman has a radio show called Dear White People, and it's really poignant. And even though it's it's not a documentary series at all on Netflix, it's still it's realistic. So it's realistic fiction. So even though the characters are made up, the instances are still still things people deal with every day. And that's really something important to remember. And something important to remember is also that we're here for you. Pandia is here for you. And these are really hard times, just not only in terms of I'm not just talking about COVID and everything. Racial injustice is a serious issue in the United States, and we are trying to do our best as Pandia Health to just know that we're there for you. Of course, nobody is going to assume they know your perspective, your truth. I can only do my best to understand what a Black person goes through on a daily basis. But of course, I will do my best to put my foot in my feet in their shoes, but again, it's not going to be the same. And I can just only do my best to understand and try to educate myself. And that's what these resources are for: educating yourself, learning, doing your best, and being respectful of others in terms of I'm not going to pretend like, oh, I totally can relate to an experience, because I can't. I am white. I have that privilege. I'm aware of that privilege. And we're going to talk about that tomorrow's watch party. So that's a little snippet of what we're going to be talking about. I'm going to go back, but I just want to really quick go to one of our other resources, which is protest safety tips. Now, protesting, if you are going to protest, I'm just going to try to find the post. If you're going to protest, it is supported, but of course, be safe during COVID. Very important to be safe during COVID, because you don't want to get sick. You want to be prepared. We have this as a TikTok as well. So amazing. Plan ahead, bring the right gear, dress accordingly, know your rights, and do not go alone. Like I've said, Pandia Health stands with the Black community. We support Black Lives Matter, and I can't express that enough. But we have a TikTok if you want to see a little more of what that looks like. We have a TikTok coming out, so get ready for that. Follow our TikTok, Pandia Health, on TikTok, so that you are updated and you can see all of that. So Angela says, yes, Pandia Health. Sorry, I don't know why. I can't see any of these on mine. I'm so sorry. Susanna says, I can relate to stars, and says, thank you for sharing your honesty and support. I appreciate that. And Sophie says, always check about page for info on the businesses and who is behind the brand. Thank you, Sophie. I appreciate that. And Honeypot is great, says Susanna. I appreciate that. So despite me doing my best and trying to see what everybody is saying, I don't know why, but the comments are not showing up for that. I tried. But I'm going to link all of these down below. And if anybody has questions right now, please do not hesitate to drop them below, or sorry about that. Just drop them below, or if you have any comments, as people are showing, support for Honeypot and other things. Again, just keep checking those resources, because they keep getting updated, which is amazing. So I'm just going to add one more link. I apologize for the delay. I should have copied it earlier. Here you go. Here you go. Amazing. So wait, it is loading. And while that's loading, if anybody has any last questions, I am here to stick around and answer them about Pandia, about anything I've said. And I appreciate everybody in the comments for being active. And who is behind? Yes, Sophie says to always check who is behind the brand. I fully support. So actually, the other day I got a cookbook because of I should really find the cookbook. I'm going to bring that up next time so that I can actually have evidence of what I'm talking about. But yes, know who's behind the brand, know the story. It's really inspiring. And especially as a female founded company that, like Pandia, doctor led and doctor founded as well, we are all about female empowerment, and empowering. That means empowering all women and supporting all women. So if you want to check that out, I'm also going to link a to hashtag full movement. And that's all about supporting female founders and creating a platform for them. So I'm going to make sure that is linked. Sorry about the hold up again, but sorry about that. It is loading. So really quick, just going to let that load. And once again, thank you all for joining. I really appreciate it. We're going to have we're having a watch party tomorrow. We're going to have a notification about that go out later. And please join us for that. It's a pretty short video. It's 5 minutes, but that doesn't mean so it's only 5 minutes out of your day to engage in a thoughtful conversation. It's about privilege. And we are also having amazing blogs come out. Like I said, stay tuned for a playlist that you can jam to and share with friends. So I'm just going to share this link really quick if it lets me. And I don't know why it's not working. I don't know why, but that's okay. Like I said, we have here we go. We have amazing resources on our website and everything. So please do not hesitate to check any of them out. This link I just sent is for the hashtag full movement, supporting female entrepreneurs, supporting female-founded, female-led businesses. And again, Pandia is one of them. So we have many resources available. Use the code DAISY to use for when you join Pandia. When, not if. So, and again, thank you so much for joining. I will see you next week, next Thursday, same time. Thank you so much. And stay tuned for more great content. Bye.